I see us on the campus. I hear you whistle for me. You hold me tight as we're dancing. We're just 19. Oh, I could fall for you, baby, yeah, all over again. Don't wanna say goodbye. Don't wanna let this picture fade. Tears come to my eyes. Better check what day this is. Why don't love sit still in a young girl's heart? Ooh, got me aching for you. Got me waiting for you. Got me aching for you. I thought that this was over a lifetime ago, but just getting older doesn't help you let go, let go, let go. I watch the young kids now living like they do. Hope they're learning how to hold on to someone like you. Why don't love sit still? Ooh, why don't love sit still in a young girl's heart? Yeah. Cool. Hey, I want to say that I'm going to be doing about an hour, I think, of a live streaming concert Monday as part of Tonewood's Live Artists. They support their artists, and they help contribute some finances of tips and things that day. Anyway, thank you, Tonewood, for inviting me. I'm going to be doing that Monday. That information is on my website. Looking forward to it. And I'll be talking about all the kinds of cool things that Tonewood could do. Right now I'm going to turn it off. And I'm going to tell you a story about a really cool TikTok story. Here's a TikTok story. Okay? I'm hip, trying to be. And this is about Derlin Newey, who is an 89-year-old from Utah. 89 years old and TikTok you would think would not maybe go together. But here's the cool story. Derlin delivers pizza from Papa John's about 30 hours a week. He also has thousands of fans on the popular video sharing app TikTok. A fact he, up until recently, had no idea of. You see, Newey regularly delivers to the Valdez family, who run a popular account on TikTok. His visits are regular greeting, which is, "Hello, are you looking for some pizza?" are so charming that the Valdez family started recording them for their 53,000 followers. People loved him, and some started to ask why someone at his beautifully ripe age was still working. Newey says he picked up the route because he realized he couldn't, oh, there's the birds, live on Social Security alone. You don't have to stop. Yeah, they like Valdez too. But the Valdez family, Newey, the Valdez family decided to help him out a little more, and they asked their followers for donations. They quickly raised $12,000. When they presented the money to Newey in the form of a giant check, it was signed from his TikTok family. Sweet, 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 sweet. All right, we're not gonna mess around. We're just gonna get right to it. We're gonna get right to Kelly Bedwell reporting the weather from Brooklyn. You're on.
Hello. Good afternoon. This is Kelly Bedwell reporting to you from WKFU, your Brooklyn weather station. Dole. This is why I'm up on the roof. Anyway, I've been wanting to go up on the roof of this building for quite a while and do the report. Now, it's a little bit scary because sometimes I feel like I'm just going to magically rise up and accidentally fall over that thing over there. We know that's not going to happen. Anyway, I decided to do a report on green roofs and came up here onto this roof in Kensington, Brooklyn, and look what I found. Yep. Solar panels. Now, I hope you can see them because I can't even really see what's on my screen. Anyway, in April 2019, New York City passed a law requiring green roofs on all New York City new buildings. And the legislation will result in the equivalent of taking more than 1 million cars off the road by 2030. Buildings must top their roofs with either plants, solar panels, mini wind turbines, or any combination of all three. A couple of well-known green roofs in New York are Jacob Javits Center, which is the size of 5 football fields, which is, of course, how we measure things here in America, and the Barclays Center. Now, these roofs cool the city by mitigating the urban heat island effect, which is basically all the asphalt and concrete absorbs heat. And in the, let's say, less wealthy areas that don't have trees and everything else, it's very, very hot. So they'll cut energy costs and absorb air pollution, reduce stormwater runoff, which I have to look into that because it's a very important thing, and promote biodiversity, and make our cities just more livable for all. An extensive green roof can cut buildings' need for AC by 75%. New York City buildings are the #1 contributor of carbon emissions in the city. The Dirty Building Bill hopes to slash these emissions by 80% by the year 2050. 2050. I don't know if I'll be here for that. Anyway, I wanted to show that we could see the Verrazano Bridge from here and what do they call it? The Freedom Tower over there, but I was showing Tay and she said you couldn't really see it. Anyway, I think that's it. Anything
Kelly,
else,
can I ask
Vicki?
you a question?
Sure.
Do you have a selfie stick today?
Oops, I forgot to say the most important thing. I got a selfie stick. How's it going? How's it look? I don't know.
Oh, it's awesome.
I
You're a little shaky with it, like,
Okay,
making me slightly seasick, but you'll get better.
Oh, shit. Oh, oops. I'm going to have to lift some weights with this arm. Anyway. Oh!
Whoa, girl.
Let me run over here. I scared myself. Anyway, this is Kelly Bedwell reporting to you from WKFU up on the roof in New York. Bye.
Bye. Thank you, Kelly. Wow, that was an awesome roof and an awesome selfie stick. Okay, here's a kind of bizarre story. I don't know. It's just kind of bizarre. So, a rat in Cambodia is being hailed as a hero. Yeah, I said it. A rat is being hailed as a hero after spending years sniffing out landmines. Magawa is an African giant pouched rat, and he was trained by a non-governmental landmine detection organization. Did you even know such a thing existed? Non-governmental landmine detection organization to sniff out certain explosive chemicals. He's so fast at finding landmines that he can clear an area the size of a tennis court in 30 minutes, something that might take a human 4 days using a metal detector. In 7 years, Magawa has discovered 39 landmines in 28 items of unexploded ordnance, helping clear nearly 35 acres of land, making him one of the best performing rats doing this kind of work. How many rats are doing this kind of work? Well, he's the best. Millions of landmines still litter parts of Cambodia, which we should really know, after decades of conflict in the South Asian country, and clearing them out is a difficult and dangerous process. Rats like Magawa make the job a little easier, and every landmine they clear is one less tragedy waiting to happen. Magawa is my hero of today. Thank you. Couple of things. We're gonna see some pictures later and a little later about pumpkins, but I just want to give you a heads up that it's October, and in our family, well, between me and Tay is like the biggest fan of Halloween ever that I ever met. So we decided we were going to have a pumpkin carving contest, and we're not exactly sure of all the details. We just kind of came up with this today. But I'm gonna save most of those pictures for a little while, because right now we're not gonna talk about it. And just a heads up, there's gonna be a contest, pumpkin carving. Okay. I'm gonna tell you about our musical guest a little bit before we bring her on. Like I said, I'm just kind of in awe that she wants to be my friend. We met because we were on a mutual album many years ago called La Guitarra. Patty Larkin produced that. I don't have a picture of that album, but La Guitarra was a kind of groundbreaking CD. There were CDs at the time, because it had women from all over the world on it. All women, all different genres of music. Jennifer and I met. Jennifer spent 10 years working with Michael Jackson as his lead guitarist. And, what? How does that even happen? Oh my God. Unbelievable. And in that process, toured the world multiple times and had amazing experiences. She also was with Jeff Beck, iconic guitarist who it's so amazing to watch him play. She's with Jeff Beck for 3 years. She continues to travel, minus COVID. Without COVID, she's constantly traveling, Europe, Asia. She put together an incredible one-woman show, multimedia show, using just really amazing visuals and films that she actually edited herself. And just, when I first met Jennifer, she gave me a stained glass pendant of a heart, because she made it. So she's into steampunk art. She's just kind of endlessly creative in an amazing way, and and has so many stories to tell that you literally could have her on her own show for like 5 hours a night. She wouldn't run out of stuff to tell you about. So we're not going to go through all of those stories today, but you're going to actually get to hear her play, and we'll chat a little bit. Let's bring her on. Jennifer Batten, put your hands together, please. Yo, girl.
Hey, Vicki. Guten Morgen to you.
Are you furious at me because it's so early for you?
It's 50% dread and 50%. I like having my routine shaken up, especially now, because you're talking about my travel, and these days it's from the bedroom to the kitchen to the dog park. So, being forced to get up early just does a complete reset, and I embrace it.
Yeah, good. All right. I might have to wake you up early a lot of days.
No,
then.
You don't.
Well, we're awful grateful that you woke up for us today. There's so many things to ask about you, and your life has been so just rich with craziness and wonderment. But why don't you just play a song for us? Why don't you start with playing something, and then I'll ask you a couple questions. Is that cool?
Okay, well, I'll start with the wonderment part. I'll tell a little story before I do this first song. You were talking about 10 years with Michael Jackson. Well, the very first year, I met what would become my good lifelong friend, John Clark. He was the other guitar player, and we were both really green to that level. We'd played all kinds of gigs and sessions, blah, blah, blah. But to play for the biggest act in the world was pretty daunting. And we were both in the same boat. So we kind of bonded in that. And sadly, he passed away very recently. Years ago, when I recorded my Whatever record, he had this character he would do when we were hanging out during plenty of sound checks and just hanging on days off, because we had plenty of days off, which was unusual for a big tour because it's so expensive to keep 100 people on the road. Oh. But he came up with this character he called Theotis. And he would pull his pants up as high as he could and stick his belly out and act like an old man and come up with this voice. And everything he said, he was just in character. That's who he was for the duration. And so I brought him over. I think I had an idea of what I wanted him to say, and I was going to sample stuff. But he just started telling me about his day, and I go, dude, just stop. Let me hit record. And this is what you got. And that's why this song is called Ass Whoopin'.
Nice.
Oh, the salespeople, I don't know. Especially these sneezy, sleazy, low-down salespeople. Look here. It just make you so mad that you buy something and then people lie and say you do this here. Of course, he don't do a damn thing like that. It piss you off. They don't know. Oh, don't try to carry it back. You gonna end up with something more wasted than what you got. They need an ass whooping what they need, shit. Stop that shit right there. They need an ass whooping what they need, shit. I slap his head. Look here. Need an ass whooping what they need, shit. You know what I'm saying? All right. Oh, yeah. Something like that there. All right. Yeah. That's how they are, baby. Just push it off. Need an ass what they need. Shit. goddamn. You know what I'm saying? All right, that's all you do. That's all they did to it.
Yeah,
That's all
they
they
need an
do it.
ass whooping. That's so great. That is so great.
Yeah, I would love to find the archives of the original audio that I took, because I was just crying laughing, and I ruined some of the stuff because I was laughing over it. But c'est la vie.
This is great. Really is great.
Well, that's what you were doing.
Yeah, I was sitting here cracking up, just like loving it. I'm just trying to think. I've seen so many interviews of you with you, and I'm just trying to think of some questions that are just a little bit different. Like, this may be stupid and hard to answer, but if you could say, like, there was one thing you got. I know there was millions, but, like, could you share one thing that you really got from that 10 years of working with Michael? Like a revelation, a skill, something that you
Sure.
didn't have before.
There are two things that are really stand out from that experience. And one was the value of entertainment beyond music. Because for Michael, music was only the foundation of the show. And he built on top of that with dance, with visuals, with lasers, with pyro, with, in fact, he had the most ridiculous pyro bombs. There was a bomb that would go off at one point when he'd do that, and then you'd see people in the front row just crap themselves. And on the Dangerous tour and the History tour, David Williams was the guitar player, and he was a Vietnam vet. And he would just take cover. It was brutal on him. At least he knew when it was coming. So after the first time, he did. So I think that's why I came up with the film show. I had, played with the greatest gigs on earth, and then it was my turn. And I thought, wow, just the idea of being responsible for a band out on the road just made me break out in hives. If nobody shows up to the club, I'm out a lot of money. So I decided to do a solo show. And I remember the moment I was sitting there on the couch going, oh, God, what is next? That's my bucket list, and I'm not dead yet. So I got to fill my time with something. So I thought, I had done thousands of clinics where I played to tracks. And I even one night did a club show like that, and it just felt awful. It just doesn't cut it, not having other humans there. But then I came up with the idea of the film. So I think that's directly from the Michael Jackson thing, being ultra aware that people are watching you all the time.
Yeah.
And watching a single guitar player, once they see your fingers for the first song, it's not going to look much different for the second song. So, and I don't sing and I don't dance. So coming up with the film idea served me well. And at first I put out the word and put out Google ads. I got a new record. Here's the MP3s. I'll pay you. Please make me a film. And people were so flaky. Luckily, the person that turned in the first film showed me how to do it. And I became super obsessed with filmmaking. And now I have well over 3 hours of film that I could do. So that's number one. And the other thing is the power of rehearsal. Prior to Michael, I was in 5 bands doing the Sunset Strip thing, playing with 2 other bands a night, hoping that people didn't throw eggs at you, and there was actually some people there to see you. And the rehearsals were when we could fit them in.
Yeah.
With Michael, we rehearsed for 2 months straight. We rehearsed as a band, singers in one room, dancers in one room, getting down the music from the Victory tour. So we got the live tempos, and there was extra bars added for dancing and stuff. And then it was a whole other solid month with Michael. And we were running that 2-hour show twice a day by the time we took off for Japan. And although I did have anxiety because I fear of the unknown the day of the first show, because everybody that performs knows what it's like to just kill it in your bedroom, right? And then maybe rehearsal is a little shaky, and then on stage, all of a sudden something can happen where you just go blank. So I tell you, within the first, second, third song, I felt so relaxed. I just made me a believer. And I've heard people say, "Oh, I don't want to be over rehearsed." I have never in my life felt over rehearsed, because I always think the next time is the time I get a chance to make it better. So those are the two giant takeaways from that.
Cool. Thank you. Good stuff. Really good stuff. You want to do another song?
Sure. I'm going to do one that's new for me, and I will pull in a little of Guitar Cloud Symposium on one of the things that I'm going to teach there. We're all doing 6 subjects of things that we're most passionate about, and I am passionate about the tremolo bar, which ultimately should be called the expression bar, because I don't sing for poop. I gave a concert for my friends when I was 18. I was singing all these Doobie Brothers and Allman Brothers songs and had practiced for months. All of a sudden I had an audience and my voice just closed up and couldn't hit the notes. And so I stopped singing for 20 years. So still seeing therapy for that. So when I read that, I had tried the Fender tremolos and I had a hard time keeping them in tune. It was just a big battle, so I stopped. But when I read about Van Halen talking about the Floyd Rose tremolo, I go, oh, I'm all in. So we've been together ever since. And I also use a whammy pedal set to go a whole step down to bend. And I'm using it in this song. I'm looking for different songs that use, where I use both to be able to do this module. So this is the latest.
Great.
I just love the bendy ass nature of that.
You know, I am totally. Oh, there's a weird thing on the screen. Okay, I'm totally.
You know what? Your voice has gone away.
Is my voice still gone?
There you go.
Okay, I'm totally baffled, and I can't. I'm just gonna have to sit in on your module. But like, I'm trying to figure out, when do you bend? When do you express? When do you foot? You know, it's like, how do you figure all that out? You know, but I guess they're all giving you different levels of control of that sound and slightly different possibilities.
Yeah, it's kind of looks like an illusion to people that haven't worked with the gear, especially the whammy pedal, because you hear like this. Oops, God, I gotta have this in. You know, I'm just holding an octave and my foot is bending the whole thing down. And when it comes to the chorus, we start with a unison bend. And the second time, I take it down a whole step and it makes it extra nasty because when you do a unison bend, a lot of times it's a little bit out of tune.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you want it that way for tension. So instead of, you're hearing, so bring up the nasty, turn the nasty to 11.
It's cool. I got to get some 11 strings on my guitar, or 10s or 9s. I play this monster and I've got 13 on my first
Ouch.
string. I can't bend anything.
That gives my brain tendinitis.
I know. So just a little spiel about what we got coming up for Guitar Cloud Symposium 2.0. You want to say a little bit other than your whammy expression
Sure.
pedal?
Yeah, there are 4 of us. Vicki Genfan and myself will be teaching. Gretchen Menn, who's been touring all over the world for several years with a Led Zeppelin tribute called Zepparella. She's got several records out that are really great, really well thought out, and not just your guitar nerd record. Track 1 shred, track 2 shred. It's fun to listen to. And Angela Petrilli is the newest addition. She formed a band called damn, it was right on my brain. There's cigarettes in there. Don't smoke. But roses and cigarettes. Oh God, she's gonna kill me. Anyway, great player. She does a lot of great stuff on Instagram. Sometimes just sitting there and grooving, which you don't hear that from a lot of guitar players, and a lot of guitar players can't do it. She does a Tennessee whiskey, and it really draws you in because the groove's there and it's just so clean and clear. She's going to be teaching slide guitar, so that's the first teacher that'll be doing slide guitar. And she's also an expert in social media, so not every module is guitar technique. In fact, I'm teaching a module on brain science and another one on an app called Transcribe that I use it to learn every song. It'll slow down, it'll loop. You can do karaoke mode, get the center track out, whether it's lead guitar, saxophone, or voice, and really forensically get in there and make sure that you have your parts really accurate. So we're doing all of these modules in condensed reduction sauce. I thought of that the other day.
Reduction sauce. Nice.
So each module is 20 minutes long, and that's it. And then move on to the next one. So in an hour, each of us will do 3 subjects, and there's plenty of Q&A time before the next teacher starts up. And then Vicki, tell them about your body movement in the middle of the day to get blood back in your brain.
Yeah, I mean, sitting in front of a screen, even if you're looking at iconic guitar players, is still hard on your body. So, Jennifer, let me do a 15-minute body break, and I like to bring in stuff from Qigong and yoga. I keep learning more moves that are just so. We're going to have a really cool routine this time around. But there's so many things we can do, even in that short of a time, to bring back circulation, get some of the tension out of your neck, your shoulders, wherever else you might be having it. Anyway, I love doing that. And I come out here on the porch and we do a little body break.
I think that's a real bonus to the day. For me, I was doing it because I really needed it. And at the end of the day, this is gonna be a new thing for us, is breaking out into breakout rooms. So the students get more personal time with each teacher for any Q&As. The Friday night is orientation Q&A, getting to know who's with us. We had an inquiry from Zimbabwe, another one from Cuba. Last time we had, and they're coming back, a couple from Mexico City, someone from Holland, and the girl from New Zealand, the poor girl that our classes started at 4 a.m. for her. You think I had it bad this morning.
You'll always be able to think of her.
I wrote to her and I go, "Are you a glutton for punishment?" And she goes, "Yeah, I don't like getting up early, but it was that good." So the testimonials are, the feedback was so good. It's very encouraging that we're doing the right thing. And then the Friday party is just an all-out blowout.
Monday party.
Monday, yeah. Yeah, sometimes I listen back to my audio and go, "Who was that?"
It's early.
So it's a 4-day thing, 18 hours, 24 modules. On the Monday, we have a party, which last time it involved an entire bottle of champagne over here. It was super fun. And there's so many sponsor giveaways. It's amazing. Positive Grid is the presenting sponsor, and I should be getting my Spark amp any day now.
I just
I'm
got
really
mine.
excited about.
I just got mine, and I got to plug. Just got it.
Yeah, it does some next level technology. Band in a box. You can play a groove into it, and it'll play drums and bass back to you. It's the greatest inspirational songwriting tool. Plus, you can access YouTube videos on your phone. It'll talk to your phone. You can slow down what they're doing. I mean, back in my day when we had no shoes and we had to take the needle back on the record. In fact, my sister told me years later, I almost killed you on that one solo, hearing the same crap over and over and over again. So, yeah, we're much kinder to the family now. Sweetwater is giving away $100 gift certificates and some T-shirts and journals and so much cool stuff. Fishman is one of the great sponsors. We have their clip-on tuners. A bunch of people are going to get those. Audix has been working on a new headphone for 2 years that they're releasing this month, and they're giving one away called the A140. Transcribe, my favorite app, is giving away some codes, so some lucky students don't even have to buy it. Blue Guitar, my amp company, is giving away a Blue Box, which is a 16 impulse response speaker emulator, which is, I take it with me everywhere. It has saved my butt when I show up to venues and they go, "Oh, you need a speaker? We didn't hear about it." So this is the best direct sound that you can get, having monitors come back in your face. Guitar Playback, David Wallerman is giving away a slew of backing tracks that are one chord, so you can work on different modes. Luna Guitars, again, is joining us this time with a beautiful guitar that's worth over $700, the Fauna Phoenix. Say that 10 times fast. Fauna Phoenix, Fauna Phoenix, Fauna Phoenix. Cordial Cables, a really high-end German cable company. Is every student is going to get a Cordial cable, and they retail for over $100. Really, really made well. Locket straps that I've been using for many years. It has a spring security system where you don't have to put any other hardware on your guitar. It's giving away some straps. Stage Ninja, I have their iPhone clamps all over this place so I can shoot different angles when I'm shooting videos. They're giving away some of those. TrueFire.com, 90-day free all-access pass to their 40,000 courses. It's a kid in a candy store.
And you and I both have courses, a bunch of courses on.
Yeah,
TrueFire.
we sure do. And you're way ahead of me, you prolific wench, you.
Hardly.
And Tonewood Amps is giving away an amp this time.
Yep.
Vicki's done a couple demos that you can see on the Guitar Cloud Symposium playlist of my YouTube channel. There's a lot of revolutionary technology that students will be a part of. And Andy Timmons is going to join us for the last hour of the party on Monday. I toured with him a few years ago with Uli John Roth, and he's just a hoot. Wonderful player, wonderful guy, and really funny. He cracked me up constantly. So what's not to love? Before October 9th, you can save $50. Join us all. It's live.
And this is happening the 16th through 19th of October.
Yeah, it's coming up quick, y'all. So guitarcloudsymposium.com, register.
Awesome. Play us one more song, would you?
You know, I was debating the last song, and we are both cat lovers, so I'm going to dedicate this to my cat, Mitchell.
Oh.
This is a strange name for a cat. Long story.
I'm sure. Oh my God. That is
It goes well.
incredible.
It pairs well with coffee.
With dynamite in it or something. I can actually see a coffee cup and like this cat just like bolting out of the cup, you know? It's
I'm
great.
sure it's on TikTok somewhere.
Yep. That's awesome. Thank you so much for getting up early for us. And there's a million more questions to ask you, but it'll have to be next time.
Yeah, well,
anything
thanks
else
so
you
much for
wanna-
having me. This was fun. It's way more fun to join you on the porch after I roll out of bed than to jump on an airline.
Oh, yeah. And
Plus, I can have all the garlic I want, and it's not a
you
problem.
sure can. Isn't that funny? I think about that when I put onion on my sandwiches. It's like, it doesn't matter, Vicki. Put all the onion you want on the sandwich. People can hang out with us tonight, can't they?
They sure can. I'm doing a Facebook Live on the JB1, my music Facebook page at 5 o'clock Pacific time. And it's going to be all four of us, Gretchen Mann and Angela Petrilli and Vicki and I. And we're going to be doing a rig rundown, talking about I was trying to say guitar nerd gear, and it came out GERD in my brain. So I think it should be a thing. Let's
It
be
already is a
GERD.
thing. GERD.
Words.
Words, forget about it. All right, I'll see you later, and hopefully some of you all will see us later, and thanks for being here. That was awesome.
All right. I'll talk to you later. Adios.
Okay, ciao. Go back to sleep. Oh, I'm just so awed. Okay. This is a great story to follow, Jennifer. The original nine. This is about women's tennis. The original nine is a group of 9 women's tennis players who symbolically signed $1 contracts 30 years ago in September 1970 to help establish the first women's professional tennis tournament. Their dream was to get the same level of recognition enjoyed by their male counterparts, and their actions laid the foundation for the success of women's tennis as we know it. While there's still a ways to go for equal pay and recognition, the success of tennis stars like Serena Williams and U.S. Open champ Naomi Osaka is proof that their legacy lives on. When I see them getting big checks and winning matches and seeing all the attention they get, then our dreams have come true, says Billie Jean King, a member of the original 9. They're living our dreams, and I love it. There's a link to a really cool, there's a great video where you can see Billie Jean and talking about that stuff. Now, anyway, what a cool thing. And let's see some of those pumpkin pictures now. So there's going to be a link. There's also a link to the website that I found, which they do their own pumpkin carving contest. But we're gonna do ours. Oh my God, look at that. We're gonna do our contest. But check out their website. Obviously, they've got contest winners from, they've got entries from, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years. So there's some amazing stuff in there. So be thinking about what you're gonna do for our contest. And we decided, the only thing we know for sure is that when you send us a picture, you personally have to be standing in the picture with the pumpkin, just so we know that it's you who did that carving. Got it? So that's the only rule. We'll let you know more about that. You need to share this video. Now, we have only a couple more minutes left. Share the video, and you won't win this guitar. This is a 1948 LG2 Gibson, amazing guitar, but you'll win the other guitar that I was playing, my VG signature from Luna Guitars. So all you gotta do is share this video with some people while we are here live. And I will enter you. No matter how many times you share, I'll enter you that many times into the contest. We will be picking a winner before Christmas. And that's what we're going to be doing. There's a bunch of live streams that I'm going to be involved in this next couple days. Actually, from now through the next week. Almost on every day or night, there's something. So you can find out all that information on my website. Invite you. I know, aren't you tired of watching live streams yet? Well, we are thrilled that you're here. I'm thrilled that you're here. Tay Hoyle, thank you for being the wizardess you are that enables me to be here. We are accepting tips. Those of you who have sent tips, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Tay thanks you. Lucky thanks you. And we're just really grateful. Y'all are wonderful. Share the music. Share the goodwill. Would you please vote? Voting. Here's one last thing to tell you about. There's the website 538 is really quite amazing in what they've put together in terms of there's a state-by-state guide to voting in the age of COVID, but they focus on opinion polls, analysis, politics, economics, and sports blogging. But they just have like really interesting analyses of the whole election thing and what's happening. And if you want to go down that rabbit hole, they're a really great website to do that with. And right now, there's probably a lot of things that are making it challenging for people to vote. Certain people, for sure, in certain parts of the country. So I'm encouraging you, anybody watching this, you're already going to vote, I know, but let's just share and spread the love for voting in the 2020 presidential election. Hey, Lucky, you want to be on television? No, she'd rather catch a mouse. But I'm going to do one more song for you. This is a total last-minute thing. What time is it? Grayson, what time is it? How are we doing on time?
55.
Okay. This is totally last minute. I said I would do it last week because I love this song. And someday I'll learn like maybe a more complex version, or I'll, practice. Jennifer said practicing, yeah. So this is totally unpracticed. I heard this song when I was a kid. I think I heard it first by Jose Feliciano and then The Doors. You know that it would be untrue. You know that I would be a liar if I was to say to you, yeah, girl, we couldn't get much higher. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Yeah, it's a bad key for me. Try to set the night on fire. The time for hesitation is through. There's no time to wallow in the mire. Come on, baby, light my fire again. Try to set the night on fire. I gotta go back and learn Jose's little scat thing because I don't remember it, but it was really beautiful. All right, that's reminding me of Michael Jackson's "Don't, don't tell 'em that it's human nature." No, same kind of thing. Anyway, Light My Fire. It's a great song, great classic. I will learn it again better sometime. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Kelly Bedwell, WKFU. Thank you, Tay Hoyle, engineer extraordinaire. Just so grateful everyone's here. I want to tell you a quote. I'm going to tell you two quotes today. I'm hoping to be astonished tomorrow by I don't know what. Jim Harrison, writer. I'm hoping to be astonished tomorrow by I don't know what. And second quote. Make no mistake, you can change things. Don't believe anyone who tells you that you can't. Here's how to do it. Question everything. Take nothing for granted. Argue with all received ideas. Don't respect what doesn't deserve respect. Speak your mind. Don't censor yourselves. Use your imagination and express what it tells you to express. Salman Rushdie, writer. Look forward to seeing everyone next week. Tell your friends about the show. Leave us some comments, some likes, some shares. We are grateful. We love you. Have a great week. Bye. Another week on the porch. Another week in Ararat, North Carolina. Come on, baby, 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 baby. Visit us on the porch, visit us on the porch, visit us on the porch, visit us on the porch. California dreaming, yeah. All the leaves are brown, yeah. It's October and winter might be coming soon, but thank you for coming to the porch today.